Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this world of patches and spiteful summoners and various types of one-turn kill decks, have you ever wondered if it's still possible to play an honest mid-range pressure deck? I'm here to tell you, yes it is, and yes we can. So this deck that I'm presenting today, this is my Midrange Dragon Priest deck. It doesn't run the Spiteful Summoner, it doesn't run Patches, it doesn't run Prince Kelaset, it doesn't run the Inner Fire Divine Spirit OTK combo. It's just pure mid-range power, and it's doing very, very well. So what's the secret? Well, there is a little caveat here, because this deck also runs some of that broken stuff, or stuff that we previously thought was broken anyway until more broken stuff was released. So it does have Kobold Scalebane, it has Bone Mare, it even has the Card of the Year Corridor Creeper. But despite all of that stuff, it still functions as a mid-range deck. You apply an increasing amount of pressure that culminates in the mid-game to a level that just does not stop. You will just keep going on and keep applying pressure, and control decks will crumble beneath all of that pressure, whereas against aggressive decks you are playing the control role and you're trying to stop their attack and then start to roll them over in the mid-game. And how do you accomplish both of those goals? There are a couple of key interactions here. One, against control decks, there's the Twilight Acolyte and the Cabal Shadow Priest combo. I especially enjoy stealing some Void Lords from Control Warlock. That's pretty fun stuff to do. Change their attack into 2, then you can steal them with the Cabal Shadow Priest. Sweet stuff. Also lots of other things that you can steal, and in aggro matchups you can even use Twilight Acolyte very early on its own. Say a hunter has a Misha on the board, a 4/4, so you can Twilight Acolyte that, and then you have the 4/4 and they have a 2/4. So some interesting things you can do with that card, a very, very powerful card. Other than that, against control you just roll on the pressure. Curious Glimmerroot, then go into Twilight Drake, Scalebanes, Dragonid Operatives, which also give you cards from their card pool, Bone Mare, Corridor Creepers, lots of stuff that can help you apply that pressure. In various mid-range matchups you can also opt to go for a more board control style of strategy, and then if you have control of the board you can drop Alexstrasza, drop them to 15 and finish them off. I've experimented with a couple of cards in this final slot. Alexstrasza is now my choice currently. It can be used offensively, and it's also good in aggro matchups because often you're on the verge of stabilizing, and that one heal up back to 15 can just win you the game. Overall, this deck is running more dragons than I have ever run in a Dragon Priest deck before. There are 10 dragons in this deck, but there's also a good reason for that, because this deck has a lot of cards that require you to have a dragon in hand. There's Netspite Historians, there's the Twilight Acolytes, there's Duskbreakers, there's Dragonid Operatives, there's even a Bookworm. So you really need more dragons in this type of deck than you have ever needed in any other dragon deck before. And I have found 10 to be actually quite a comfortable number. It's very high by old standards, but with all these cards that you need to have dragon in hand for, I have found this to be very reliable and steady build. Against aggressive decks, you have a couple of board clears available to you. That's the Duskbreaker, obviously. And Shadow or Death can also do something if they play stuff like Bittertide Hydras or Make a Big Edwin or something like that. And then you also have the advantage of having Dragonfire Potions. So this is something that the Spiteful Summoner Priest doesn't have. They don't have these tools. They don't have Dragonfire Potion, they don't have Shadow or Death. And these are really tools that help you defend, help you retain your board while removing threats from the opponent. And these are also cards that make you fare well against the Spiteful Summoner Priest itself, because you are able to come back from behind. Spiteful Summoner Priest doesn't really have a lot of comeback tools. They have Duskbreaker and that's pretty much it, but you have Duskbreaker, you have Dragonfire Potion, then if the game goes a little bit longer you have the Twilight Acolyte, Cabal Shadow Priest. Lots of ways to come back after being behind in a game, and if you wipe a board then you can often drop a free Corridor Creeper on it for tempo. So just pure relatively honest deck. As honest as you can play in Hearthstone today, and I've been having a lot of fun with this one. As always, I've prepared a bunch of gameplay of this deck for you. And remember, if you enjoyed this video, then please like it and subscribe to my channel for more. And now, let's go take a look at some Dragon Priest gameplay. That's not the Knots. Knots is Anduin on 8 and the Velen Lethal combo on 9 instead of 10. Something like that. Alright, we're going in with the Priest. Blacktone, what doesn't feel better with Bone Mares and Corridor Creepers? Everything feels better with Bone Mares and Corridor Creepers, of course.
Right away.
I mean, really unhappy. There's a ton of that stuff all over my Twitter. All the people who went from Hearthstone to Gwent are now really upset. Who knows? Yes, this patch was rushed, yeah. So we're dealing with an Aggro Druid. That is interesting. I guess I'm taking away that attack. Let's give him a 2-2 and I'll take a 4-4. Rat King, they messed up the balancing a little bit. So I can play Corridor Creeper or I can play Twilight Drake. 4-6 Twilight Drake or a 5-5 Corridor Creeper. I think this turn is the Twilight Drake, because I can get even cheaper Corridor Creepers later on. But he can play the 1-5 Taunt. We'll see. Yeah, I think they will get it right, of course. It's not like they can keep their game broken. They will fix it. I don't doubt that. Can I play the Shadow Word Death on the Scalebane? Do I trade here? 3 minions will die, Corridor Creeper will be free. I can play Corridor Creeper together with the Historian. I think I like that. Let's kill off some minions. Pick up a dragon. Deathwing? I'm actually a little bit attracted to the idea of Deathwing in this matchup. But what do I play next turn? I guess I need the Operative here. I might need to play that next turn. Then I'll have the Bone Mare on 7. Alternative, of course, is if he goes Living Mana, then I go Duskbreaker. Alright, here come the buffs. Do I need to go Duskbreaker even though he hasn't gone Living Mana yet? Ooh, sweet Dragonfire Potion. Kills off my own Corridor Creeper though. Corridor Creeper's a beast and not a dragon. Such sadness. I think I want to go Duskbreaker because then I can play Bone Mare next turn. So this will deal 3 damage to all minions, which means that I will have to trade this one there. Feels bad, man, but this is just the way it goes. Time to Duskbreaker Reno. And there's still the chance that I can play a Dragonfire Potion, because he is now expecting me to be a big spell priest, so he doesn't think I have Dragonfire Potions in the deck. So he will play Living Mana if he can after that board clear. Let's make a 7-7. Do I start trading? There's 7 damage on board. What if he picks up a Savage Roar? Then he only loses 1 minion. I'm hitting him in the face. Let's see what he thinks about that. I mean, he has the minions to trade away into that if he likes, so I'm fine with him doing that. It's not like my trading would have made that thing any better. I'm I'm actually getting to a position where I am the aggressor. Interesting. Let's drop the simple agent. Power of the Wild. That's interesting. I think this turn is enough to play the powered shield and trade though. Just heal that up a little bit. Yeah, I think this game's done. Bone Marrow and Corridor Creeper. Deck was immediately improved. I just can't hold a Corridor Creeper against Aggro Paladin. I just cannot. I wanted to, but if I can't find any AoE... I mean, I have the Cleric. Cleric can contest some of the 1/1s. It could be a Murloc Paladin. Here they come. I guess this Cleric is going to be toast next turn. Now the interesting question is, do I draw a card? Or do I play Netherspite Historian to contest the board a little bit better? Drawing cards gets me closer to AoE. I think I need AoE more than anything else, really. And I think this will be my only chance to draw a card. I don't think I can draw cards. I think he's going to kill this next turn. So I'll try this one. Oh, that's really interesting. Well, in that case... I think I'm using the powered shield first. Do I even want to heal this Cleric up right now? When he plays a Rallying Blade, he kept all the cards, but he can't play Blessing of Kings yet next turn. He can play a Rallying Blade. I think I'm going with the Netherspite Historian because I can discover a Duskbreaker from this one too. So that gives me the potential to get a turn 4 Duskbreaker now. One way or another, the Cleric just has got to die, right? What are all the cards that he's holding on in his hand? I am confused. But I'm also Duskbreakering this board. Too bad my Corridor Creeper still costs 1. Maybe he has 2 Corridor Creepers there. How do I deal with that?
Put this apple on your head.
I mean, he seriously has 2 Corridor... Oh, wow! He did have 2 Corridor Creepers in hand. I wasn't being serious about him having 2 Corridor Creepers there. So I could heal this one and kill the Juggler. Then I could steal 5 attack from one of the Corridor Creepers. I don't have to use the powered shield yet, because my Corridor Creeper will be free. So let's draw a card. Kill the Juggler. Steal 5 attack from that Corridor Creeper. And play a Corridor Creeper of my own. Let's try this. Now I at least challenge him on the board. And he can't play Juggler into Call to Arms yet. He can play Divine Favor and get some cards going. Then he will trade away the Cleric, right? Yes. I could steal a 2/2 Corridor Creeper. Next turn he can play a Spikerid Steed if he has one. Well, I could clear his board. Trade, and steal the 2/2. That leaves him with nothing to buff. I think I like that. I think I like that a lot. We're doing it. Let's leave him with nothing to buff with a Steed. So if that happens to be like a Spikerid Steed in your hand, because it's been there for a long time, it's not getting anything out right now. I don't want him to have minions on the board. So let's kill off that one. Then I guess I can Glimmer Root. I mean, he has to have Divine Favor, right? But I don't want a Divine Favor. That just clogs my hand. So I'm going to say he might have a Peacekeeper. If he happened to have a Peacekeeper for some reason, that would have been fine. And I didn't want to draw the Divine Favor. Caro, how OP is Twilight Acolyte? Twilight Acolyte is pretty fun. I've already stolen a Void Lord today. But I'm still looking for the rest of the structure around it. I don't know what that structure is going to be. Well, that's not very strong. But there's still that card that's been in his hand from turn 2. And I have a read that that's a Spike-Rid Steed. Am I wrong to think it's absolutely broken? Yeah. You can't combo it very effectively in the early game, so I wouldn't say it's absolutely broken. I still don't need to play the Bone Mare. Well, he's going to have a Rallying Blade in that hand. I mean, in the deck. This is actually really good. Because now I can use the Rallying Blade. This one can go down to 4, it's fine. Now I can use Rallying Blade to deny him from having any minions on the board again. And I also get to play the Corridor Creeper. Alright. We're rocking this joint. And now he can play a steed on a recruit though. He can top deck a Tarim too. How much good does that top deck Tarim do him? Not a whole lot, because I can just Bone Mare here. Yeehaw! I still get to kill this Tarim. Oh, this Glimmer Root can go. These foes are going face, and I think I'll heal that one. And I could have used the weapon to kill the tree. Saved the minion. Ah, small mistake, but it's so one game. So it was Leroy that he had in his hand the whole time. Okay. And now I don't have enough damage to win the game this turn. Feels bad, man. That's going to be stolen to the side, so I have 8, 9, 12. I have enough damage. Yay! Actually, did I count it wrong? Yeah. No, I did count it right. Yay! It is not good enough. Because before this I have had very good success against that deck. So let's see what kind of priest this one is. It's one of those again. Definitely one of those again. Well, that's not exactly a whole lot that I can do except for draw a little bit of cards right now. Alright. Let's see. It could also be a combo priest. But I cannot be the combo priest, unfortunately. Because of the Twilight Drakes. I can't get rid of Twilight Drakes. More Duskbreakers or more Operatives? I think I might need the Duskbreakers.
Right away.
Now he cannot kill the Nochai Cleric on board. Hoarding Dragon. Interesting choice. Well, next turn he can kill the Cleric. Even if I coin the Scalebane, that's not very strong. I coin the Scalebane, he trades with the Hoarding Dragon into the Cleric, right? May or may not open any Duskbreaker plays. What if I Twilight Acolyte the Hoarding Dragon? It will still kill the Cleric next turn. I'll go for the coin Scalebane. Let's do this. Because now he cannot trade away both of these. And there is a chance that I can get some Duskbreaker plays going afterwards. It's a relatively good chance for that.
You are the Shadow's puppet.
Okay, so far this looks extremely good. The way he's positioning these minions on the board right now. This is just beautiful. That's a full board clear. And I get 2 coins. And that one was perfect as well. I will lose the Cleric though. Actually now when it went there. No, I won't. I can Duskbreaker first. Then I get the coins. Then I can heal the Cleric and then trade. He could also have a Duskbreaker. Let's see. I'll Duskbreaker first. So I get the coins. Then I can spend a coin to heal the Cleric. So then I can trade. Now, if he heals the Cleric, he makes me overdraw a card. Do I care? The answer is no, I do not care. I rather hold on to the coin to be able to generate more tempo. He's unlikely to try to mill 1 card anyway. Problem is next turn he can play a Bone Mare on the Corridor Creeper. Which over, how does this compare to Spiteful Priestless? This is more honest, but it's still as effective. I really like this one. That's a 9 mana combo. I will have, with the coin I will have 8 mana next turn. That will not be enough. My problem right now is everything I have generates more cards for me. And my hand is already full. Duskbreaker doesn't do that much. More Duskbreakers. Yeah, I like that. Let's grab more Duskbreakers. Play the Corridor Creeper. Alright. Now he can play a Bone Mare. But he does not play a Bone Mare. No, he's greedy. What if he plays the Bone Mare next turn? I guess this turn is my Bone Mare turn. This will be at 6. Yeah, we're going with the Bone Mare here. This being at 6 means that his minions don't trade effectively. He doesn't have anything like Shadow Word Death in that deck, unless he has a Dragon Operative now and he trades. Okay, more Duskbreakering. Fine. I'm cool with that. I think I'm pretty cool with that. I want to deny the board from him for now. And I think I don't need the coin anymore. So I can simply Duskbreaker his Duskbreaker, and then I can coin an Operative to pick up more Bone Mares. Yeah, let's pick up another Bone Mare. I think that sounds good. Alright, alright. So, Mind Control or Free from Amber. Free from Amber, that's cool. Primordial Drake. That's pretty sweet because I don't have a good way to deal with that one. I think I'm opting for stealing it. I could also steal the Archivist, but I don't want my spells to come out yet. That was a really good find. I don't want the Archivist to be casting more spells right now. Yeah, I don't want the Archivist to be casting more spells. Let's take the taunt and kill the Archivist. I think this is fine. I think I'm keeping this against what I expect to be a Control Warlock. I like stealing Void Lords.
Side effects? No.
What can I say? Oh, I just like doing that. Problem is that he can coin the lackey on 4. That's a little bit annoying. I think I go with Glimmerroot over the Historian. This also does not give him information yet. Now this game is getting interesting. If I can steal some demons.
Side effects? No. Trust me.
Mortal Coil coming down. Yeah, every time. Order. Or did he just draw this? I'm not sure. Well, I could Duskbreaker this actually now that I drew Alexstrasza. Yeah, that is acceptable. That is acceptable. But now we'll see what he does with the coin. I'm betting on coin-possessed lackey. Does not have the lackey. I like that. I like it when they don't have the lackey. Oh, but this is a fatigue build. I don't like it when they have fatigue builds.
Beware the shadow.
I think I'm taking this trade here. Seems like an okay thing to do. Let's take the trade and draw a card. And because this is such a good Hellfire board now, I think I also want to Powered Shield here to make it a little less susceptible to Hellfire. Fatigue build sounds like my jam. Yeah, come, that's a pretty sweet one. I cannot steal Rin yet. Is Rin something I want to steal? He might kill off the Rin next turn. I mean, I could try to use Twilight Acolyte, but he's likely to kill off his own Rin next turn anyway, with something like a Hellfire. So that's probably not very strong. Yeah, well, when a Fatigue build gets a turn 5 Rin, that's obviously very good for them. I think I'll go with the Operative here. Siphon Soul seems like a pick. If he doesn't kill off his own Rin now, what does the Scissor card actually do? Well, it gives you spells, 5-cost spells, and then you have to play them one after another. And ultimately, after playing many of those spells, you can destroy the opponent's deck. He didn't kill off the Rin, so I needed to do something else than this. I mean, if I had used Twilight Acolyte, I would be able to steal the Rin, which would win me the game. I just figured you would never coin out the Rin if you didn't have means to destroy it next turn. I just didn't think that was possible. Well, I accept that. I'm going to be punished for this, but that's okay. We accept that that was going to happen now. And then we try to beat him before he gets to destroy my deck. That's the alternative. I mean, I still have the Acolyte. I still have the Acolyte Shadow Priest for Void Lords. Hi, Delaspiel. Good evening. Call me Spellbreaker meta. Yes, Spellbreaker is currently the third most common neutral card in the game. It is very much the meta. I mean, if you had a Spellstone, then you obviously want to also kill... What? Why did you do that? First one is Corridor Creeper. Yeah, probably. If I remember correctly. Spellbreaker was very high in the list at least. Corridor Creeper, Bone Mare. Something like that was near the top. I guess this one takes the trade here. Then I'm Bone Maring this one to go face. Plays around Defile, having 2 5 health minions and 1 at 1 health. Well, Defile plus Hellfire still kills them. Yeah. He could have a Siphon Soul. Corridor Creeper coming in a little bit late. If I use my Alexstrasza, then my Netherspite Historian is not going to be active. I think I need to play the Historian this turn and try to find a dragon that costs 7 mana or less. Do I play Temporus? Can I kill him after playing Temporus? Are we going for the memes? Oh, that's so bad. I can't take it. I don't have the faith. I'm sorry, I don't believe. I'm not a believer. I'm a believer in that he plays a Voidlord and I'm stealing that next turn. That's what I believe in. I believe in stealing Voidlords. That's what I believe in. But I mean, he has 2 Twisting Nethers in that deck. If it's a Fatigue build with Rin, has to be with 2 Twistings. Or he could have another Voidlord. That one I cannot kill as easily. Steal. I don't have another Cabal Shadow Priest in hand. I could top deck a Cabal Shadow Priest though. I have another Acolyte in hand. Twisting Nether is always a good call. That Kobold Scalebane. Or Zera. But he has Siphon Souls in the deck, so he can just play a Siphon Soul. If I play the Zera. Scalebane is probably better. Let's try this. Rat King, Warlocks must be so sick of their Voidlords being stolen. No one else is stealing Voidlords. Okay, can I get a Cabal Shadow Priest top deck, please? I cannot. Then I have to Siphon Soul this one. Oh, that feels bad. On the 13th in the RNG heaven. Yeah. Have to Siphon Soul this one. What if he has Gul'dan in hand? He will attack 2 into this one. So I need to just make this trade. Then he can't kill the 4/3. I'll just try this. Okay, if he has Gul'dan in hand, he can resurrect the Voidlord and 3 Voidwalkers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was good Defile board. Now he can have Hellfire or Spellstone. So many things he can have. Yeah, good Spellstone. I probably needed to attack. I probably needed to attack there. But now I need to play Gul'dan. So I get my Voidlord back. Yay, it's my Voidlord. If he plays Gul'dan, I can steal his Voidlord. Which is the fun part. Oh, did you get a Voidlord back? That's sweet. That's like really, really sweet. Can I have it?
Let me change your mind.
Thank you. Now it's Gul'dan versus Gul'dan. I have some Void Lords. He has spent 1 Twisting Net, but he should have 2 in that deck. He hasn't had time to play the Seals from Rin. I intend to try to keep it that way. Shame about the 9-cost dragons. Yeah, then what? Siphon Soul. Well, he can add Siphon Soul into Hellfire. He has Hellfire left. Spellstones are gone, Defiles are gone. The Siphons, there's Twisting Nethers. So that's 7, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage. It's Ysera time, right?
My hunger grows.
It has got to be Ysera time. Or Alexstrasza's face. Deal 11. And this is still an Ysera turn. This is still an Ysera turn. You forgot to emote. We'll see, we'll see. He has 1 Twisting Nether left. I could have went for Alexstrasza. That Lackey is not doing much. He has Nezot in that deck, but Nezot only brings back 1 Void Lord. Because I didn't manage to steal it the first time, but I managed to steal it the second time around. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.